Angelina, Hallie, Hugh, A-list celebs with one thing in common, and we're not talking about blockbuster movies.
And it's really exciting to have Hugh Jackman, Angelina Jolie, and Halle Berry wearing the necklaces. It's really amazing.
Lovetta Conto is the creator of the Akaweli necklace. Now I'm noticing a necklace that you're wearing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I feel like I saw Angelina Jolie wearing that same necklace, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the necklace.
Okay, so this is the Akaweli necklace, and it's made from bullets from the Liberian Civil War.
She came up with the name Akawele by combining AKA, which means also known as, and Wele, her tribe's word for love. Now, what does the bullet and the leaf stand for?
So just the bottom part of the bullet. The leaf is melted down from the casing of the bullet. It's an art to show that good things can come out of bad things. Like no matter what happens, no matter what you go through, there's always going to be a new light.
Art that's inspired by a war, a far contrast from the red carpet premieres and bright lights of Hollywood. We met up with Lovetta in Little Liberia, a section in Staten Island, New York. So does Little Liberia here in Staten Island remind you a little of home?
Of course, yeah. It's really amazing because coming here and seeing like everything here is just like being at home. So it's actually really exciting.
But there are some reminders of home Lovetta wishes she could forget. You shot anybody?
Yeah. Rebel.
The Liberian Civil War began in 1989 after a failed government takeover. More than 200,000 Liberians were killed, and 1 million others lost their homes and had to live in refugee camps. Lovetta and her family were right in the middle of it.
According to my dad, when we were leaving, is that the rebels already came to the village where we were, and my mom wasn't around, and my dad and I was there, and we had to like leave immediately. It was either being there and getting killed.
Lovetta's mom was left behind, and growing up without her haunted Lovetta for many years.
My dad had to make that decision for me, and I knew it was one of like the hardest decisions he had ever made in his life, but you know, he just had to do it for me to give me a great future.
She was only 8 months old back then. Her dad grabbed her and little else when fleeing from the rebels.
He would actually ask some like women to breastfeed me. You know, when we are hiding and stuff, I think without those women, I'll be dead.
They ended up in a refugee camp in the country of Ghana when Lovetta turned 4. It was a tough place.
I go to this place, it's just like so many people, like 47,000 people together. And my first night, it was so dark and I had to sleep like on the plastic, like a plastic on the ground. I had to sleep on it. And I remember the next day I was like, wow, you know, this is my new life.
The camp was filled with frustrated people, dirty drinking water, and little food. But like her necklace, Lovetta's life would turn over a new leaf when a woman named Corey Stern spotted her in the camp when she was 12. Eventually, Corey made Lovetta the first fellow in a new organization called the Strong Heart Fellowship. The program helps young people rise up from challenging situations all over the world. The hope is they'll grow into future leaders and make an impact. That's how Lovetta was able to leave the refugee camp and go to school. Now, her life is far from the horrors of wars. Celebrities know who she is, and she's interviewed world changers like the Dalai Lama. Lovetta wants to start her own clothing line, but she wants her reach to go beyond fashion.
As I grow older, that I would really want to fight, you know, to stop the end hunger, because I know how it feels like to be hungry.
So, you know, a lot of times when people talk about changing the world, a lot of young people are like, I could never do that. What advice would you have for other young people who think that they can't change the world?
You have to believe in yourself, and just the little things you do, you know, in your community. It doesn't even have to start with Africa or something. Just like the little trash you pick on the street or like the little people you help, that's changing your community right there. The more you focus and work hard for things, the more you get them. You know, Angelina Jolie is wearing a necklace. Of course, anything can happen.
Gary Hamilton, CBSNews.com.